I wonder if that's what they did.
What kind of a deal?
I don't know if we'll ever know, but I want that to
No.
be true so bad. All right. Notes are ready. Read is up. Here we go. It's recording. It begins. Let's have the soundboard right there. Okay, it begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, I have a box of trolls to sell you.
The kids have guns.
Is that a potato in your uterus?
Applebee's punched an old guy.
Another Sex and the City movie.
Bieber is on again.
Major Spoilers is on again.
V for video games.
Your emails and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Count Chocula and Frankenberry coming your way. How about a monster for breakfast today?
Frankenberry has strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
And Count Chocula has chocolatey marshmallows.
Hot or this called
Nutritious breakfast.
Naughty boy.
The Morning Stream. When news breaks, we're there. The next morning. Except on Fridays and the weekends.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Morning Stream. TMS for short. You know how those work? It's not really an acronym. Is it?
No, not unless you can pronounce it. Not unless it makes a word.
TMS. Doesn't work.
Otherwise, it's just an initialization.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So FBI, unless you could say FBI.
Right. Fibby.
Boy, that's really a distinction that screws up everybody.
Agent Michaels from the Fibby.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of
Agent
the FBI.
Walters, he's from the CIA.
Yeah. I mean, do any of those? None of those spell out. Let me think.
NORAD.
Okay, NORAD, NATO.
Yeah. Sure.
Is that it? DARPA.
AMBLA.
Yeah, AMBLA.
AMBLA.
AMBLA. Wait, what's AMBLA?
ARP.
Oh, ARP. Yeah, ARP. That's the old people organization.
Oh, it's NAMBLA. That's right. North
NAMBLA.
American, yeah, NAMBLA.
Oh, the guys into boys thing. What the hell is that?
What?
Yeah, isn't that what that is? NAMBLA? North American
guys into boys?
It's like it's the North American boy man love club. You know what I'm talking about?
American man boy love association. Oh no way! Holy crap!
You didn't know that's
a
what
real
that
thing?
was?
No, I had no idea what that thing was. I just remember. Honestly, I was thinking, oh, that's one of those. That's another one of those government foreign aid things. NAMBLA. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
giving more aid to NAMBLA, the North American Man Boy Love Association,
and it's for real. It's a pedophile and pedestry advocation organization.
Why on
in
earth
the United
would you
States.
have like a freaking common acronym for that?
It was founded.
That's horrendous.
Founded in 1978. And they continue to this day and are going strong. And Brian Ibbett has learned something today.
It's like, it's the North American Free Trade something. That's NAFTA. NAFTA is what I was thinking.
That's what you were thinking.
My NAFTA and my NAMBLA.
Yeah, they're not going to get any NAMBLA laws put across.
You got your NAFTA and my NAMBLA.
Well, anyway, that's good. That's good for you.
Right.
That's good for you.
Fantastic. My support for this world is just
well, it's waning, right? Because every once in a while something like this will pop up and you're like, really
that's a thing.
That exists.
That's a thing.
You've organized yourselves in 78, no less. It's been around for a while.
No kidding. That blows my mind.
It's not new. You and I were like 8 years old when that was going down.
Wow.
We would have been one of the boys.
We could have been unwilling members of NAMBLA.
I didn't sign up for this.
NAMBLA.
It's okay. I have man love for you. Anyway, let's not think of this anymore.
Jeez.
Let's think instead of the Twitter fight I had this morning. I just want to tell you about it real quick.
No,
it wasn't really a fight. More or less just a conversation that the guys got all defensive about and now feels like I was fighting. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll back off. But I had retweeted something today. And it was I said sarcastically, well, this seems rational. And it was a screen capture of Adam Baldwin's tweet that said, what hard evidence is there that Obama doesn't want Ebola in America? And I thought that was super dumb. And I love Jane, and I liked his role on, what was that show? Oh, crap, where the nerd worked at, like, the Nerd Herd, like at Best Buy.
Chuck.
Chuck, thank you. He was great on Chuck. I liked him on My Bodyguard from 1980 early.
Wow. He was the bodyguard, wasn't he?
He was
Yeah.
literally the bodyguard in that
He was
movie.
the titular character.
Yes, and he hardly said a word in the whole thing. Anyway, that's Adam. He's not related to any of the other Baldwin brothers that everyone knows about. He is a straight up individual.
Oh, he's an independent Baldwin.
Independent Baldwin, thank you. Right? Not what's the word? It's not. I'm not affiliated with these Baldwins. Is what
That's
he is.
right, exactly.
So he always has really, I think, crazy, ridiculous sort of conspiracy theory type stuff on Twitter, and this one just came across as kind of dumb.
Now he's insinuating that Obama would like this horrifying infectious disease in America.
Yeah.
So that we can have the best of everything.
Yeah. So he said, somebody wrote back to me and
flu bug,
said,
you guys keep your flu bug. We've got Ebola here in America.
now most people are replying back saying, oh, geez, I wish he would say something so I could have a rational conversation about it, and that's just kind of where I stand on it. I don't even care about his politics. I just don't think he's saying things that are rational and they're just kind of out there, and you can't really have a conversation about what he's saying. So this guy wrote back and says, you do realize he's making a broader point and not actually arguing that Obama wants Ebola in America. Well, I said, well, how do you figure?
Yeah, what's his broader point?
He says other tweets by Adam prove his point that he was that the Obama admin is incompetent. I said, LOL, right on, dude.
As we know,
and as you know,
it's been proven
that kind of language is no good for me. Yes. And he said, he says, I don't always know what Adam Baldwin is driving at, but that was pretty clear. I said, he asked a very crazy question. That was what he was driving at. He says, hold on. Just because he asked two crazy questions doesn't mean he was promoting that. What? Wasn't promoting that point of view. He was debating liberals. And I said, 300 plus million people in the U.S., one case of Ebola, a guy who flew to Texas before symptoms even kicked in from Africa. Ooh, scary. My point is this. Ebola is scary. It's a terrible thing.
Oh, yeah.
We have one guy in the entire country who flew here from a country where it was rampant, parked his ass in Texas, came down with symptoms, caught it, been separated from humanity.
Yeah.
One person out of 300 million. If you want to equate that with Obama can't keep Ebola out of our borders, then I can't have a conversation with you anymore. I can't do it. Well, I mean, if you want to argue,
second guy now, but they've known he had Ebola when they flew him over from
right.
But flew him to Maine and then Nebraska. Now.
Talk to me when there's 1,000. Then I might start going, maybe we need something needs to be clamped down here.
Right.
But one guy, maybe two, based on whatever, maybe three at some point. Look.
Well, maybe he's equating it to the level of security at the White House. Like one guy can hop the fence with a shaved off screwdriver shiv.
Right. And look, if you want to have an argument about that being laxed, I will. Yeah. I'm all for it because that was totally laxed.
Exactly.
What the hell were those guys thinking? SS, get off your butts, kick it up a notch.
I can't get into the White House because I don't have anything that'll cut a plastic zip tie.
Yeah. But those two things they're not even in the same, they're not even a good comparison. And others have used this comparison. And I'm like, are you guys kidding me? There's such a fallacy in that comparison. And then you all want to fight about it on Twitter. The whole thing just gives me big, giant gallon of gas that I didn't expect to have in my guts. Because this is such a dumb conversation. Let's have real ones, like actual bad Obama policy, stuff that actually affects real people. Not some fake thing about, I don't even think there any hard proof he doesn't want Ebola to come in here and tear things up. I'm pretty sure he invented it. It's like, F off all of you.
Does there have to be hard proof that, there's no hard proof that Obama doesn't want to shit a brick sideways?
Right.
Because he's never physically said that he doesn't want to shit a brick sideways. So, because there's no hard proof, he must be completely in favor of it.
Here at the Brick Shitting Sideways Association of America, we believe strongly that the president should support, whatever. It's all a bunch of armchair this, armchair that. Right. I can't, I gotta shut it out. I can't do it anymore. I listen to these things and I go, no one really thinks this way, do they? And then I find out tons of people think this way.
I would say that it is probably on both sides of the aisle. Nobody wants Ebola in America.
Yeah. So
Mitt Romney doesn't want it. Your third eagle doesn't want it. Your Joe Biden doesn't want it. Your Hillary Clinton doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Your Newt Gingrich doesn't want it. Nobody wants freaking Ebola in America.
Well, this just in, he gave me 2 more replies. He says, what is incomprehensible is that we haven't shut down commercial flights in West Africa. It's not our country! We don't get to go in there unless we're complete dicks and shut anything down.
Right.
That's not our job. Now, if you want to deny them at the point of entry, that's our business because that's on our soil. But you can't go over there and go, excuse me? Look, I don't speak your weird African tongue, but y'all going to have to shut down these flights. You can't do that. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I'm not trying to call this guy out. He's probably a super nice guy, but he's got some weird opinions. He says the New York Times broke on Thursday that Duncan knew he was possibly infected and intentionally came here to get help. Well, another thing that Obama doesn't have control of. That wasn't his job. It wasn't his job to personally know this one man who came here because he thought he'd get more help in the States. If that is indeed what's going on, the doctors say he didn't have any symptoms till he got here, but I don't know. Maybe those doctors are in the back pocket of big government, Brian. Like, this is where this ends up. If you start going down one conspiracy road, then all of it starts to make sense to only you, and then you only seek out those who are in your mindset, and then you've got no way to be objective on any issue ever. Everything always has some sinister bent to it. It's like, well,
when you're focused on a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
I don't get it. I can't live this way. All right, Twitter, go away. No more Twitter. I'm out. I'm quitting Twitter today. Yeah. I'm rage quitting it. Not really. I'm staying on Twitter. But
you're a Twitter quitter.
I did. Okay, here, let's change the subject.
Hey, how's your face, by the way?
Look.
I couldn't ask you about it during Film Sec yesterday because we give the pretense that those things are timeless. That there's nothing.
There's nothing timely about it. We could be in the Ford administration for all anyone knows when we do those episodes.
Right. Those things could have been done by top men years ago.
Yeah. Which would have been a conspiracy in itself. But look at this thing in my cheek here. It is now starting to heal. I'm happy to report.
Oh, good.
I never had to go to the doctor, or I never did. I shouldn't say I never had to, but I opted not to.
Yeah.
And instead, just kind of triple antibioticed it. Is that a verb?
Mm-hmm. Triple antibiotic, sure.
Sure.
I could see Purell using that phrase in their commercials.
Sure, why not?
Made with triple antibiotics.
Yeah, and I put it on there. I gooped it on there pretty heavy every night, and just did some loving, careful care of the spider bite. It never exploded in a plume of baby spiders.
Oh, good.
And it's fine. It seems to be going down. It's still just kind of a purple, like I got punched look to it, like a bruise. But the inflammation is way down. It's kind of scabbing up, and it's going away. So
I'd hate to see the other guy.
I know, right? Oh yeah. Well, I did see the other guy. He was guts on my hand.
Chunks of leg.
He is no more. I think I won that battle. Anyway, it's going away. So thank you for your concern about my spider-bitten face.
Sure.
It's a conspiracy that
Obama can't keep spiders out of America. He must want them here.
I think George Bush Jr. inserted that spider into my house before he left office.
It was that spider's strategy to attack your face.
It was programmed into him. All right. Hey.
So the trigger word for that spider.
I did something that was kind of awesome over the weekend, though. I saw the Box Trolls.
Oh.
And a little
new
stop.
Indie band, right? It's a new indie band.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was an animated feature film by the Paranorman people, and I really, really liked it. Like, I honestly cannot say enough about it. I think I am just so impressed with that art form when it's so painstakingly done. I mean, this thing is not computer aided, computer rendered anything. This is straight up stop motion models, and it is probably the best I've ever seen done. And it was a beautiful film. It was dark and twisted. It had incredible character design. The voice acting was amazing. Who plays Gandhi in the Gandhi movie? Help me here.
The Gandhi movie. Sneakers guy.
Lots of bad movies, lots of great movies.
Right, Academy Award, Sexy Beast.
Schindler's List, right-hand man, helped him.
Right,
that guy.
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, thank you.
if you would have said, "Hey, by the way, who was in Big Night, right? Who are the two chefs in Big Night?" And in the process of trying to come up with Tony Shalhoub and the other guy, I would have come up with Ben Kingsley, because you're not making me focus on Ben Kingsley.
Oh, good point. Because he would have been a side character, whereas now we can't think of.
Well, no, he wasn't even in that movie. But
he wasn't.
But,
I don't remember. He was in most recently.
You try and make me focus on recall that exact person right there, and don't stop thinking about that person. I'm not going to give you a minute to stop, your brain from trying to come up with that name.
Yep. I think I still don't know who you mean, but that's okay. Because listen to this.
Yeah.
You'll never see him coming.
That's right.
I don't know why I did the Bane hands, but anyway, the point is, his voice work is insanely good. He was the bad guy in this and blew my mind. Tracy Morgan's in this movie. Pre-accident, I think.
Sure. Does he do a Liz Lemon kind of thing?
No, he does a British.
Bishop Box Trolls.
He does a British sadistic sidekick thing that is nothing like Tracy Morgan. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Loved it though. Great. The dude who plays Moss on the IT Crowd, he was fantastic. In fact, I'm talking all about the villains here. That's what's funny.
Sure.
Like none of the regular folk mattered that much to me, but the villains were great. It's good. People should see it.
They're the good guys?
They are totally the good guys, although the movie's premise is that they might be bad, but they're not actually bad. It is whimsical and ridiculous and over the top and awesome for adults, kids, and everybody. I think people should see it.
We may have to throw that in this weekend. Throw that in the to-do list.
Worth seeing. If it will definitely be in the the end of year Oscar Best Animated Feature category. I guarantee it.
Sure,
guarantee it. It will totally.
Tina's going to want to push for Gone Girl because she read the book and she loved the book.
Yeah, she's going to push hard for that. Actually, I want to see that too, but
I hear it's not so. Good.
Really, I've heard nothing but raves. Really.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe let's check the Rotten Tomatoes.
Sure, always good to check the Rotten Tomatoes.
Gone Girl, 87%. That's pretty high.
Oh, okay, all right.
Who'd you hear that from? Who was telling?
I don't know.
It was a person.
Sworn I heard it on our show, the pre-reviews or something this weekend, or the TMS we were talking about it. I thought, but maybe not.
No, Gone Girl's kicking it.
All right.
Trying to see here.
Yeah, look at that, 87%.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Box Trolls 73%.
Yeah. I think
Equalizer holding strong at 61%. Oh, maybe it was, you know what? I could be confusing Equalizer with Gone Girl. Like really high expectations for it. And
yeah. And I was the one that liked it quite a bit. That's at what, 61? Yeah. I liked it. I liked it more than 61. But.
91%. Still way up there.
Yeah. Crazy, right? Still in the top 10. That's bananas. I don't like that. I don't want to see the Maze Runner, so I'm pretending it's not there. And I think Box Trolls deserves better than 73%. I also think it's a little weird, and it's probably, for little kids, a little much. Like, it's pretty scary in moments of it. I mean, it's some striking visuals. Like, if you're a little kid, you're going to be like, oh, man, that might be the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Really? Okay.
But I think anybody, like, say, 7 or older should be fine.
All right.
It's great.
Cool.
And the kids went shooting. So, hey, Republican everybody or whoever likes guns.
Exercising our right to bear arms. Woo!
Kids went shooting. They did handguns and a rifle at the shooting range. We went with my uncle, who's big into guns, so they went with him. He took them, and they had a blast. And Carter, who is like not pro-gun, she wants to save all the animals. She thinks hunting's a crime. She's a total hippie that way. Yet she came home and said, that is the most therapeutic thing I've done all week. I said, really? She goes, yep, I feel like I could sleep now. That was awesome. So she loved shooting at the range. Anyway, I took a lot of heat for that on the internet.
Oh, whatever.
A lot of freaked out.
What? You mean you're not completely entrenched on one side of everything, Scott?
As it turns
there's no
out,
middle ground. What?
As it turns out, I think I might be the sole owner of the middle ground lately. That's all. I feel like I'm alone here. There's no possible way that anybody else.
No man's land.
Yeah.
This vacuous, empty.
It's like a desert. On one end is a bunch of crazy people claiming I love liberals, and on the other side is a bunch of crazy people claiming that I want to shoot guns and
sticking to your Apple iPhone.
Right. You damned hippie.
Pinko, commie leftist, something.
And here I'm in the middle going, it's fine here. Why aren't there more people here? Come on in. It's all right.
Ask me what I did this weekend.
What'd you do this weekend?
Well, I drank heavily at the Great American Beer Fest on Saturday.
I heard about this. Corinne was there.
With your friends, Corinne and Jason.
Yeah,
she apparently started off with a bad beer that contained lavender, which apparently she has an allergy to.
Oh, no.
So the first portion of her experience at the Great American Beer Fest was looking for the first aid tent or the first aid area and
to get like an EpiPen or something, or what do they have to do?
Some Benadryl. They gave her some Benadryl.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, all right, here's an event where people have the ability to walk up to hundreds of breweries, hundreds of tables manned by breweries, and drink as much beer as they want in as much time, in 4 hours, right? Mm-hmm. You would think that when you find this first aid tent, you're going to be waiting in a long line of people who are sick or dizzy or throwing up or nauseous or whatever. Corinne looked for the first aid thing. That she found a sign. She found somebody standing by the sign, like a guard or somebody, and they said, "Oh, yeah, the first aid thing. Yeah, it's not here. It's actually moved down there. It's over there."
Yeah.
And then goes over to there. Oh no, the first aid thing has been moved again. It's over by where that red cross symbol is.
Wait, moved? Is it mobile or something?
It's mobile, and so they've like moved it in two places. She goes there's like, oh hey, completely empty, nobody there except for like the nurse or whoever is helping people out there. Corinne says, "Can I get some Benadryl for this allergy?" No problem. Here you go. Yeah. Nobody nauseous, nobody throwing up, nobody having a bad day.
Good. Just, well, how was her? How did it manifest her allergy to lavender? I've never even heard of that.
She was getting. She was like super, super hot, starting to swell up, but never really had the full on like tongue swelling up like I can't talk kind of thing.
Good.
But yeah, you gotta. You wouldn't think you'd have to watch out for lavender in beer, but
her very
you never know.
first beer. That's hilarious.
Like one of her first beers, but we had a great time. Had some fantastic beer. Had some really good, unusual like goat cheeses and stuff that were paired with the beers. It was a great time.
Well,
really,
good.
Really good time.
I'm glad.
And then last night, I managed to score a cloak in World of Warcraft that is legend. Wait for it.
Dairy.
Dairy.
Good thing they made that so much easier now, so that Brian.
I know you can get a tank literally by laying face down on the floor these days.
This is true. No, that's awesome. I actually saw that photo and went, "Damn it! I should have played last night."
I know.
I am so in the like. Well, part of it is I'm so busy, but I'm in that like I need that expansion to come out mode.
Yeah.
So bad that I just
you're anxiously
current content just sounds like me to me.
Oh.
I do this every year or every time there's a rollover.
Yeah, I know. It's like right before it's like, oh yeah, running. Gotta kill that guy. Black Fuse again. Oh,
hate that guy.
Man, all that trash and Orgrimmar that we have to clean up. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So anyway, it's great, and congratulations. You looked good in that photo or in that screen grab.
That thing glows every minute or so. Starts going like a neon sign saying, "Hey, I have way too much free time."
I like your Ooga Booga helmet you got right now. That thing's pretty hot.
I really hate that thing.
That's hot.
I really want a new helmet.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Heard that here, everybody. Brian needs a new helmet. I don't know what that means. Hey, everybody. Saddle on up to the bar and grab yourself a cup of whatever, because it's time for Stump a Trek Nerd, and it's brought to you by...
To boldly go where no one has gone before on the Starship Enterprise. Sounds great, unless you're wearing a red shirt. That's a sound that the red shirts usually make. Yeah. Voyage to the final frontier in The Red Shirt Diaries, a Star Trek parody web series with new episodes every Monday at theredshirtdiaries.com. Follow Ensign Williams, a low-ranked security officer, as she fights violent sentient plants, overly friendly superior officers, and alien probes that refuse to let her sleep. The search for Spock begins at theredshirtdiaries.com.
Nice. We have a big announcement about them, but we're not going to make it yet. We're going to pull a little Johnson here.
Look at that Johnson you're pulling.
Let's just say something cool might be coming up. That's all we'll say.
That's all we'll say.
Here is the sound of a red shirt dying. And now the sound of Daryl being on the phone. Hi, Daryl.
Officer Pemberton.
It's always somebody with a terrible name like that. Daryl, it's good to have you back. It's Stump a Trek Nerd time, and it's time for you to be stumped with a Trek Nerd question. We do it every day, and it's this little trivia thing we do, and because we love Star Trek, and we like hanging out, and we like doing stuff, so here it is. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Iceworm, by the way, Iceworm, I just want to remind everybody, took the saltine challenge again for some reason. I don't know why. He did it in 58 seconds. And says he used the triple chipmunk method.
Sure.
Which
triple chipmunk method is only legal in 14 states and is not officially sanctioned by the Olympic Committee.
And here's what he said about that. So here you go.
Homies, Iceworm here.
Oh.
Gonna do the saltine challenge again.
His mic is hot.
Figured out a new technique. Still the chipmunk, but it's the triple chipmunk. So I'm going to try to do these, all 6 regulation size in under a minute.
Okay, so he's got the whole...
Open a program here to keep time with.
All right, great. Hold on, we're gonna skip ahead while he looks for a program to
music,
keep time with.
This is where you mute the sound. You go doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo,
Yeah,
doodle-doodle-doo.
that's exactly right. Okay, here we go. This is him.
Right now.
Oh, good lord. Okay, he horked that whole thing down. He's now chewing it. That's kind of grossing me out. I can't watch it anymore. Anyway, 58 seconds later, he did it. Nice job. Oh, he also sent us a mashup. I don't know what this one is.
And at 30 seconds, he had Joey Image come in and punch him as hard as he could in the chest.
Yep, with the back of his hand.
Sprayed cracker dust all over the place.
Gross. Here is his mashup for Monday mashups. Right here.
Oh, yeah, the booby one.
The booby one.
How about a booby trap?
Yeah, how about a booby trap?
How about a booby?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Zert. Zert.
Take your clam and clean it off. All right, so Daryl's deep into his banana.
Put your head right under the balls and just hang out there for a while.
The pink is good.
Pete, shut it.
I have nude nuns with big guns.
Lick a nut.
And they're the big hairy kind now.
When he was feeling it with his dad and kind of feeling bad, I thought he was all right.
I need a towel. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, don't have a napkin here.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Bra dog.
Isn't that crazy?
Cat and chicken porn.
No, but we're getting ready for that one from Ice Swarm.
Gosh, dang it. He's just pulling the balls and testicle ones. I don't know how I feel about that. All right. Daryl, here's your question. In the original series episode, The Ultimate Computer, Commodore Bob Wesley, I guess, comes aboard the Enterprise and tells Kirk the Enterprise has been selected to test the M5 computer in a war games scenario. What ship does Commodore Wesley command during these war games? Is it A, the USS Cheyenne, B, the USS Excalibur, C, the USS Apollo, or D, the USS Lexington? Thems are your options. Weigh them carefully, because now this.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
We have the Bag of Daniel.
The Bag of Daniel.
And as we know, the Bag of Daniel says, let's see.
Meanwhile, back at the Bag of Daniel.
That's right. I like it. The Bag of Daniel is taking on a whole new thing. So I feel like we're kind of running out of unique things. I mean, we've still got Trachankies and things.
Lots of Tetrankies. I think we should do a Tetranki today because we have so damn many Tetrankies.
I agree. So how about I'm going to recommend we do the Chocolate Dove. Do you see that one?
Chocolate Dove. Yes, I do.
It's got...
yeah, I would say that would be pronounced Chocolate Dove if there was an H in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. But there's
I don't
not.
have that.
There's no H.
Nope. So it's Cockle-a-Dove.
I don't have
Cockle-a-Dove.
that.
You don't have that?
What?
Which one do you have?
I have Tetrankies and Balaton.
What is it?
No.
It is
It's a Trachanki, but it's a flavor.
Oh, it is one.
It's the Chocolate Dove Tetranki.
Opavia. Oh, there.
Sorry,
Chocolate Dove.
1920 song. I'm taking my girl to the Chocolate Dove Tetranki.
That's right. I love that whole thing. Keep singing like that, Brian. I love it. All right.
Sure.
Open this thing up. Oh, gosh.
This is like the Kit Kats, right?
Yeah. They're the two-tone, too. I forgot they did them this way.
The not fully covered,
Yeah.
the half-naked Kit Kat.
Yeah. Chocolate without an H. That's what we call that.
Right.
All right. Pulling that down. All right. There it is, chat room. Look at that thing. All wafery and chocolatey. All right. Here we go. That's good.
Yeah. That's Kit Katty.
I feel like this segment's making me fat. I've got my weight back.
You don't have to eat it all.
No? Is that their slogan?
That's right. In America, it's bet you can't eat just one.
Yeah.
In Europe, it's you don't have to eat the whole damn thing.
Yeah. Well, unless you're in Britain. They eat everything. They have a bigger obesity problem than we do. All right. Well, that was lovely. Thank you, Daniel. We'll return to your bag tomorrow. There's not much left, though. All I have is more Trachankies, a Balaton, and some Ritters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which at some point, diminishing returns.
Right. How much more Ritters can you listen to us eat?
Yeah. That's a really good question. We'll do a strawpoll.me sometime on that. Daryl, let's get back to birthdays. And there's and don't keep in mind for birthdays.
You got 30 seconds!
Go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Ed Long is 84 today. He played Midro on the TOS episode The Clown Minders. No, it wasn't The Clown Minders. The Cloud Minders.
Okay, write that one down, though. Cloud Minders is an awesome band name. I love a good band name, and that's one of them. The Cloud Minders. That's really good.
We just want the birthdays.
I just want the birthdays. Congratulations to him. So he's old. How old is he? Still alive?
84, yeah, he's still around.
Congrats to that guy. Jeez, that's awesome.
All that mining is good for you.
I got to say something, by the way, about speaking of people in their 80s. I may have already mentioned this, but Tony Bennett on that new album with Lady Gaga. It's an entire album now, not just a cover with just two of them, in one song. It's a whole album, and it's number one at the thing, and doing really well. 88 years old. He sounds incredible for his age.
Yeah, he does.
He has not lost a beat. In fact, if anything, I like his sound as he's gotten older better than when he was younger. That dude is a legend. My gosh, it's really good. And she actually, calms down and it isn't weird. It's actually her just singing.
Calm down, lady.
Here's what I don't like, though, because she's super talented. She can sing.
Sure.
What I don't like is when they do kind of like rappers and call each other's names out. Like in the middle of a song, like some old famous, I can't think of a song.
Hey, Lady Gaga, why don't you come over here?
Yeah, I hate that. Or he'll just in the middle of the song go, yeah, Gaga, take it. And I'm like, shit. Do we have to say her name? I hate that. That part I don't like. Stay to the script, okay, guys? No improv.
Oh, it's so authentic to the time period, though.
Think he ever gets frisky with her?
Edie Gourmet, why don't you sing this one with me?
Think he ever tries to, get a little close to? No.
I think he's probably secretly frightened by Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she would say,
naughty boy.
If he tried anything, naughty boy.
Who is this crazy woman here in the booth with me?
How come she arrived in a giant egg? What's going on?
Why is she wearing so little clothing?
This is very uncomfortable in this booth. All right. Your question was USS Cheyenne, Excalibur, Apollo, or Lexington in this episode. What ship does Wesley command during these war games?
Well, let's see. The only one that sounds like the right answer is the one I'll guess. But first, Cheyenne is that's like a John Wayne thing.
Yeah, or a city in Wyoming, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Excalibur is a sword.
Yeah.
Sure.
And what's the other one? Know something?
Apollo?
Apollo.
Oh, why did I write no? Oh, because that's not the answer.
Oh. All right.
Wasn't there a speed skater named Apollo Know Something?
Oh, no, I can't think of the answer.
Yeah, way to dip back into 2002, Brian. That was awesome. He was the Salt Lake Olympics big shot.
Really? Wow.
Well, yeah, he was the speed skater superstar that year.
I want to say Paulo was a commentator too at the most recent one.
Yeah, I think he's doing that now. But yeah, that's when he competed. Right here at the E Center, like 10 minutes from me. That's where he did his speed skating gold medal. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pretty exciting. You can get a really cheap hot dog there. Anyway,
okay.
keep going there, Daryl.
Apollo is a rocket and also a god.
Yeah. It's also a pilot, has a Viper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Lexington is not Lex Luthor's real name.
No.
Lexington Luthor.
Lexington Luthor, finish your carrots. That's his mother would call him.
And what does all that tell me? It tells me nothing, but I'm just going to say Lexington because that's what I think it is.
Jeez, I don't know if Daryl was stalling us, you guys, but he might have been. He might have just been stalling us.
Just a tiny bit. Holding out.
Just a little. Let's find out if he's right.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
You knew that one. Nice job. It's command of the USS Lexington. M5, of course, does not work as planned. Here is a clip of Kirk and McCoy discussing the M5. Here you go.
What's the matter, Jim? I think that thing is wrong, and I don't know why.
Well, I think it's wrong, too, replacing men with mindless machines.
No, I don't mean that. I'm getting a red alert right here. That thing is dangerous. I feel only a fool would stand in the way of progress. If this is progress, you have my psychological profiles. Am I afraid of losing my job to that computer?
Jim, we've all seen the advances of mechanization. After all, Daystrom did design the computers that run this ship.
Under human control.
We're all sorry for the other guy when he loses his job to a machine, but when it comes to your job, that's different. And it always will be different.
Okay, there's two things that got better in Star Trek history. One is people quit acting like Kirk. And two, you didn't have to hear everybody's clothes moving around so much. I hate that.
Right.
Ugh.
We should be starting fires with all that polyester rubbing together. I'm getting a red alert right here.
That's right. That's
right in this spot, in this general area.
Doctor, can you check this little area right here? Daryl, let me check your area. Let me tell you right now that you've done it. You've kicked the week off right. Way to go. Nice job. He is the Trek Nerd on Twitter and at This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com, as well as the Grumpy Cast. And he will now play a game with us that he has no name for yet, unless he tells us. What is it?
Okay. Well, Thursday I accidentally gave you today's question, so I'll give you Thursday's question.
All right.
Now.
All right.
Trek or bees?
Trek or bees? All right. That was intense.
Bees! Millions of bees!
All right, there you go. Go.
Voraxna.
Voraxna bees. Voraxna. The Voraxna have attacked the ship.
The Voraxna constellation. The Voraxna.
Captain,
that sounds Star Trek.
Yes, the Voraxna have attacked us from the left, but we have no harm for them. Evasive action. The Voraxna. I agree. I think the scenario is played out. I think it's Voraxna as a Star Trek thing.
Too, yeah.
What do you say, Daryl?
Well, your logic is... How long can I drag this out?
I don't know.
It's a toxin used on Deep Space Nine.
Yay! We knew it.
Voraxna toxin.
Our instincts held true, and we're grateful for them.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news.
And it's brought to you by Maniacal Industries, where you can get funny, sciencey, and comfy t-shirts that are good for wearing. Follow us at Maniac... Let's try it one more time. Follow us at Maniacal Twit for funny tweets, giveaways, and smoother skin. Quick, Scott, least favorite video game world.
Oh, geez, they sprung that on me.
They really did, yeah.
The least favorite.
Least favorite video game world.
I don't like any of the Final Fantasy worlds. I think they're annoying.
The correct answer is underwater.
Oh, well, that's a level though, right? Wouldn't it be a level?
Any underwater world.
Okay, that's fine. You're right though. You're totally right. Simply Testable also sponsoring today's program. They provide a one-click site, full-site automated HTML validation for your website, CSS validation, JavaScript static analysis, and broken link checking. Improve site quality by testing in minutes what would normally take hours by hand. Get a free 30-day trial with no credit card required. Visit simplytestable.com/TMS, all you webmasters and sysadmins, and get 20% off the lifetime of your account. That's simplytestable.com and the code, just to the input /TMS, and that'll get you that 20% off.
Simplytestable.com/TMS.
A doctor, this just in, boop, 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 boop. Mm-hmm. Doctors find potato growing inside a Colombian woman. What's her power?
Covered with fine white powder. We don't know where it came from. Excelsior.
We have an idea, but we don't want to be rubbed out by the cartel.
That's right.
Doctors find potato growing inside this woman, apparently used as a contraceptive. Zoic. My mom, here's a quote. My mom told me that I didn't want to get pregnant. If I didn't want to get pregnant, I should put a potato up there. And I believed her, the woman said. And that's what the woman did. According to Columbia Reports, the 22-year-old woman sought medical attention after experiencing abdominal pains, and medical staff discovered a potato growing inside the young woman. Sure. Let's see. She had that thing in there for about 2 weeks, began to experience the pain. The potato had germinated and grew roots inside of her, which, whatever. Yeah. Initially, the nurse who examined the woman thought the ordeal was a bizarre practical joke after seeing the roots emerging. The potato was removed.
You didn't realize something was wrong until then?
I know. It seems like there should have been more. Or she should have had an idea. Like, nurse, I think I might know what's going on here. I just want to let you know in advance before you do the full inspection here. I believe there's probably a potato.
Is that what's known as an ISPUD?
Oh, see?
Was that a reach? Was that a reach?
No,
Judges?
No, I liked it.
All right.
I give it a 10.
Okay, good.
The potato was removed without surgery, and the woman is said to have no lasting side effects. Although she's craving sour cream and chives right now, for no one knows why.
And Burger King has a new idea for a menu item.
Medical staff said that's not good when you're talking about possible infections. Said it's concerning for such bad advice to be given to anyone. In Colombia, many have rejected conventional contraception methods like condoms and pills. Additionally, parents object to having sexual education taught in schools. So, you know how it goes. You start rejecting the conversation about sex ed, people start putting potatoes up their gooba.
They start taking upon themselves to figure out the best way to keep from getting preggers.
Yep.
Nice.
And a potato.
Nice. Sure.
There's worse things, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I'll order differently at Texas Roadhouse next time I'm there. That's all I'm saying.
Would you like that with everything?
Nope.
Chives, sour cream, onions?
Nope, I'd like it without the potato, thanks. No potato for me. Applebee's, speaking of places that I don't eat at anymore very often because I had a weird experience there. Mm-hmm. Applebee's customer Mickey Sawyer punched an 80-year-old who complained about cursing. Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
A Florida man faces a battery charge after allegedly punching an 80-year-old man who asked him to stop cursing at Applebee's.
Battery charge.
That's a terrible thing to write there.
Yeah.
I know there's such a thing as being charged with assault and battery, but did they have to write it as a battery charge?
Battery charge.
That's terrible. You're only getting about an hour a day.
So this wasn't an employee of Applebee's. This was just a customer punching another customer.
Yeah, I just don't get in there very often, so I don't know how often this is happening.
Okay.
It's been a while because I had some bad ribs there once. Oof, those ribs are bad. Mike Sawyer, age 26, was arrested after allegedly attacking Harry Sander, age 80, of the Port Orange franchise of the chain restaurant. Sawyer told police that he heard Sawyer talking obscenities at the bar, according to the Smoking Gun. Smoking Gun still got it, man. Still out there. Still a threat.
Still a thing. Well, they do one thing, and they do it very, very well.
Since the early 2000s, or I would say aughts. We'll get to an email later who wants to know what the hell I'm saying. The alleged victim said he politely asked the suspect if he could please stop using the F word and stop talking so loud about titties and ass. I only could say those.
We're trying to enjoy our riblets in peace.
I could only say those words in the old man voice without being too embarrassed to say it.
Of course, yes.
Sander then leaned in close to Sawyer and said, "I'm in Germany." Oh no. In my Germany, what? In my Germany, you don't speak in such a manner.
So
the
Sander
guy's
is
a
German guy. Yeah.
In my Germany, we don't speak in such a manner.
Please stop talking about the titties and ass. Jawohl.
If you do not stop, I say 9. Yeah, I want to be there. Fly on the wall in that place. I want to see this up close. HelloFresh.com sponsoring today's show. HelloFresh. Don't go to Applebee's unless they want to sponsor the show. Well, even if they do, I'm not sure I would because it's just not that great.
Listen to obscenities in the privacy of your own home with HelloFresh.
That's right. HelloFresh.com. You have more control in your house over who says the F word, but you can surely control the kind of food you eat. And by doing that, you can go to their website, pick a chef-created delicious recipe, the one you like the most. They'll send you those exact farm fresh ingredients straight to your door. And for 50% off your first order at HelloFresh.com, use the code MorningStream. Now shipping everywhere in these United States. That's 50% off for MorningStream using the code MorningStream, all one word, at HelloFresh.com. That's for you first-time customers. Go check it out. Go do it today. You'll be happy you did.
If communists have attempted to inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed miserably.
It's Celebrity Poop brought to you by
Filmsack.com. Check out our just posted episode all about Bloodsport.
Bloodsport. You want to hear a little clip?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Please play Young Frank.
You're not going to call the cops?
Okay, there's Young Frank number 1.
What kind of a deal?
What kind of a deal?
What kind of a deal?
Oh, gosh. How about this?
Aren't you a little old for video games?
I think we'll use that again when Veronica comes on. How about this one?
I ain't your pal, dickface.
Yeah. Oh, see?
He's the American shithead who makes tricks with bricks.
Yeah, tricks with bricks.
Tricks with bricks.
Yeah.
Great Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah. It's really bad. It's not good, this movie. Although this is good. That stuff's great.
Perfect for Filmsack.
The fighting's fun. It just doesn't. It's not the movie you think it is. It does not hold up like you think it does. That's my opinion. But listen to Film Sack to hear it all.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson hints at a third Sex and the City movie.
Why? Oh, I guess she was in the second one.
Yes.
Why
Was
not hint
she?
about a sequel to Dreamgirls, or that she's going to be a judge on American Idol,
or anything better than any of this?
Anything better than this.
You'll be intrigued if you're a fan of the hugely popular romantic sitcom that used to be on HBO, Sex and the City. That actress and singer Jennifer Hudson has to say about the prospect of a third movie being made, and she hints it may become a reality. I think they plant this stuff sometimes to gauge interest, don't you?
Right. To see, well, what do you think, people? This is like the Kickstarter of social Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Would anybody out there want to see another Sex and the City movie? Just let us know.
Yeah, okay. I like how high her voice was going. That was good. I can't think of who Jennifer Hudson is generally. I know she's lovely.
Yeah, she's she was in Dreamgirls.
Jennifer Hudson.
Dreamgirls. She was on American Idol.
I didn't watch that.
Probably, comparatively to oh God, I can't remember her name, but the blonde country singer, has done really well. She might be the second biggest success story from American Idol, and only because she was like an Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actress for Dreamgirls.
Who was the country singer? Not Taylor Swift, the other one.
Not Taylor Swift, yeah.
The one that didn't win, but had a...
No, she won.
Oh, she did? I thought she just...
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought she didn't win and just did really well.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that is it.
Crap, I can't remember her name, though. I mean, I honestly stopped watching American Idol after William hung.
Yeah, Daughtry's done okay, but not as well as... There it is, Carrie Underwood. Thank you,
Carrie Underwood.
Cleo.
She did not win, I don't think.
Or as Morningwood would say, which is the best thing. Morningwood says Carrie Underwear.
Carrie Underwear. Fantastic. It says here, Carrie Underwood, age 31.
Was she runner-up?
She was... I'm trying to see here. American Idol. Yes, she... Okay, here it is. On May 25th, Underwood became the season 4 winner.
Okay, yeah. So she did win against...
Why did I think she didn't win? I guess she did win. Well, you know what? I got to save for her, though. Good for freaking her for, like, transcending the stupid TV thing.
Yeah.
And actually having her talent and her wherewithal carry her to something cooler, because most of the time that stuff does not work out. If you want to go look at all those dudes, didn't work out a lot.
No, not a lot of them. No.
Justin Bieber in the news again. He's posted a photo of Selena Gomez kissing his bicep on Twitter
for Pete's sake.
and Instagram. I know. His on-again, off-again girlfriend, Selena Gomez, unfollowed him on Instagram earlier this week. But Justin Bieber appears to be trying to win her back as he shared an intimate photo with her on his account on Sunday. In the snapshot, which seems to be taken during a romantic getaway last week, 22-year-old Selena can be seen kissing the 20-year-old's tattooed shoulder from behind.
Jeez Louise. Yeah.
Wow. The things we care about.
Yeah.
I mean, here it is on the news. I suppose I cared enough to post it, but yeah, whatever. You know what I want to do? People always want to do time travel for, go back and kill Hitler or, whatever.
Right, yeah.
I want to do it to just jump in the future and see where these people end up. Like, I want to know, in 50 years, where is Bieber?
Right.
Where is Selena Gomez?
Like some blip on the radar that we don't talk about anymore after about 15 years, 10 years.
Or do they have some huge resurgence and they are famous actors now, and are they just, nobody can get enough of them, and boy, aren't we glad they existed? Are they Mickey Rooney types that just go on forever and are still in weird movies when they're in their 90s? Like that kind of thing. Or will they just be washed up, gone? Like, well, I just want to know. Like, that's the extent.
Go to the website and pay $10 to have Justin Bieber say happy birthday to you.
That's a good deal. Good
The
deal.
recording. You do this, right? You like, yes?
Anyway, there's that. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got some stuff. Oh, before we do, tweakedaudio.com. Listen to stuff with better ear sound. Sound in your ears. That's all I'm saying.
Listen to your favorite Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez duet on Tweaked Audio earbuds.
Like yesterday, I had my tweaked audios in because I was walking around the lake at night. It was dusk, very dark. Sun was going down. By the time I got back, it was pitch dark. Just a little bit of sunlight on the western mountains behind it. And it was beautiful, amazing, one of the best nights ever. And I had those earbuds in. And it was great because I drowned out the sound of ducks and geese all around me. I couldn't hear any of them talking. So F those geese, F those ducks.
Aren't you a little worried about running into a table?
No, I was okay.
Dark?
Because
Okay.
it was dark, but enough to kind of twilight and moonlight that I could
You would
still
be able
see.
to see a table. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, I was fine. And there are no tables on the path in the lake.
You never know.
Well, that's a good point. I
Yeah.
got to be careful. Have I told that story on here, or have I not done that yet? I don't think I have.
Yeah, you have.
Have I told on this show, or was
You
it on
dented
PM?
your phone.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Current Geek.
Current Geek, that's where it came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right,
dented
listen
my
to
phone.
Current Geek and find out about Scott running into tables.
I dented my phone. CurrentGeek.com for details. Subscribe today. I'm super pissed about it. All right. If it wasn't so new, Brian, like 6 months from now, fine.
I know.
But I just bought it. And it's fine. It works fine. It's just dented now because I ran into a table at high velocity in the middle of the night. All right.
Well, even though that's the majority of the story, you should still listen to Current Geek.
Yeah, you still should. That was a great episode. It was really good.
So fun.
You guys were great on there as always. Very spirited in the middle. I loved it. Anyway, tweakedaudio.com. The code is stream at checkout, by the way. Use that. When we come back, Major Spoilers will be here talking about some nerdy stuff. And then after that, Veronica Belmont with her V for Video Game segment. We got a big thing to celebrate with her today, so I'm excited about that.
Okay.
And emails and more stuff after that. All right, Brian, let's take a break with some music. What do you got for me?
Sure. Well, Doug wrote in, said, "Hey there, Scotch and Brandy. Today marks my 27th consecutive year of not kicking the bucket. It also marks the completion of 2 months at my first job that actually pays the bills. I'd love to celebrate with a cover of Van Halen by Smash Mouth. I saw them in concert way back in 2006, and they wrapped the show with some awesome Van Halen songs. If recordings don't exist of that, which they don't, I'd love to hear any cover by Smash Mouth that isn't Why Can't We Be Friends? Thanks for being a hot cup of awesome in the morning. Love the show, though, Doug."
Wow. All right.
So, yeah, they've never released any of those, unfortunately, because I'd love to see, I would, contrary to popular belief, I would love to see an all cover album from Smash Mouth, because I think that they do a really good job of sticking to their style when they're doing a cover, like their cover of "I'm a Believer" from Shrek. That's sounds like a Smash Mouth song. Their cover of "Can't Get Enough of You Baby" by the Monkees. I think it's Monkees. Who did the original of that? But anyway,
Yeah, whatever. Something.
Yeah. Also sounds like a Smash Mouth song. Here's another one. This was also for a soundtrack, and this was recorded for Me, Myself, and Irene. Now, here's the funny thing about this album. It was originally intended to be a Steely Dan tribute album, the Me, Myself, and Irene album, because you had Ben Folds on there doing a cover of Berrytown. You had a cover of My Old School on there. And, a lot of these covers of Steely Dan. Bad Sneakers by the Push Stars, but Asafa by Brian Setzer. Anyway, so this was originally intended to be a Steely Dan cover album. It didn't turn out that way. They added a few extra songs on there, but it also included this great cover of Steely Dan's "Do It Again" by Smash Mouth. Here it is right here.
All right, we'll play it. We'll be back. Stay tuned, everyone.
Something free lurks in Monster cereal. Will it make you handsome, charming? Specially marked boxes of Monster cereals know. Inside one of these free wax lips, fangs, or mustaches, they just uncover the real you.
That's great. Listen, you're a real hoot.
The morning stream. It's like having your tongue stuck to a frozen pole.
All right, we're back. Notice all the Halloween. I'm starting the Halloween commercial run this month.
I noticed that, and I noticed you played the Frankenberry and Count Chocula stuff. It's funny because Tina was saying, "Hey, Count Chocula and Frankenberry are back." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, great."
Are they back?
Oh, yeah, they bring out the cereals every October.
So so there's Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and then
Count Chocula,
what's the other
Blueberry.
one? Blueberry. That's it.
Blueberry. And then if you're really lucky, you can find Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute.
Which was the fourth one. That was the werewolf. Of the clan.
But they hardly ever talked about that.
That's a rarity, and if you look in the movie Pulp Fiction, you'll find Eric Stoll's character eating Fruit Brute.
All right,
But right before he jabs a needle into Uma Thurman's chest.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that movie. Fruit Brute. Get it today.
Fruit Brute
in stores now. All right, we're gonna get.
I don't know if they bring back Fruit Brute every year.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't know that I've ever actually eaten it. I mean, it's all familiar to me in terms of some commercial somewhere, or I think I saw something. But I honestly, the whole thing is kind of a bit of a blur. Joining us on the stage now here at the Grand Ole Opry is Stephen K. Schleicher, the purveyor of all things nerdy and geeky and comic bookery over there at Majorspoilers.com. Stephen, it's good to have you back, man.
Good morning, guys.
Good to see you. It's the Good Monday with Stephen. We weren't here last week, so it's I feel like we've been bereft of Stephen, although we did have a great Comic Dorks, I think, last Tuesday.
Yeah, it was really fun.
So people should be checking that out at comicdorks.com. Stephen, it's one of those days where we get a chance to hang out with you and talk about nerdy crap, and there's, for example, a logo that the main character will never see, the Daredevil logo showing at the NYCC panel. What happened? What does it look like? What's going on?
Yeah, you know what? It looks a lot like the comic book.
Just like
logo,
it, as a matter of fact.
Weird.
Which is nice, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the important thing here is the New York Comic Con is coming up this week. Second biggest comic book, well, maybe third biggest now. I don't know.
Third, if you believe the local reports. Yeah.
Yes, over on the East Coast.
Sure.
And so there's a lot of stuff that people are hiding and keeping quiet until the big show. But Marvel did release the Daredevil logo. It's the big kind of swoopy splash across the page that looks really good. Yeah, very 70s. Yeah. Even though the story we know takes place in modern times.
Yeah.
They're going with, kind of with that retro logo.
I think that is them telling us that they are taking it, or at least want to give the impression that, hey, we're going for real here. We're not trying to modern this up for the sake of moderning it up. We're not trying to make this cool for the kids again. We're giving you something that feels familiar, nostalgic, and is going to become iconic if it does well and people like it. So I think that's good. I don't want something that's all candied up.
On top of that, supposedly at the panel that they're having, they're going to show clips from the upcoming Netflix series. What do we call it? Netflix series, TV series?
I think we're just going to call it TV. I think we call it a TV series because at some point, what's the difference? It's just Netflix is the network. It's still
video
TV.
series.
Video series? I don't know. I
don't know. I still like Netflix series because it does distance it from, you if somebody asks you, oh, where can I see the Daredevil thing? You're saying, oh, it's on Netflix, right? So it's a Netflix series.
It is, but it's like saying, I guess it's the same as saying it's a Fox series or it's an HBO series. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. No, Brian's right. Yeah. That's how we could do that. That's the brand. I just like the idea that Netflix is considered a place for great quality homemade entertainment now, and that stuff can win Emmys and be, considered strong in its own merits and stuff. And I don't like the idea that that's the internet thing, right? That's some internet show. Where I don't think it's that anymore, but it's Netflix series. Why not?
As soon as we come up with a decent term for movies that you can only see online, like a Hulu original or I'm sorry, TV shows you can only see online. Until then, I think we're going to be saying, oh yeah, that's a Hulu show or that's a Netflix show.
Yeah, but even then, like at some point, what's the difference between this and for a lot of people, including me, there is no difference. Like the internet is the thing that carries my TV.
Right,
of
yeah,
all
you're a
kinds.
cord cutter, so it's all right.
Yeah, so it's all one thing. So I don't know. I think at some point, because the internet will one day, or something like it, will carry all broadcast everything, and stuff will no longer be happening through cables and stuff. I mean, cable technically is just a digital thing anyway. So if you think about it, you're getting digital cable. It's the same as getting Netflix if you're a cord cutter, just through a different digital service. You know what I mean? Like it's all becoming very nebulous now.
I'm going to watch the new Bits and Bytes series on the old Hummer box over there.
On my old Hummer box. Ooh, the Hummer box. All right, well that's happening. So watch for that. More on that this weekend, I guess, from the con.
Yeah.
Howard Stark joins Marvel's Agent Carter.
Yep,
That's
Dominic
exciting.
Cooper, everybody has seen him from Winter Soldier. Will reprise his role as Tony Stark's father in the upcoming Agent Carter series, which is a kind of a mid-season show that ABC is going to run in between Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we should see that pick up. I know it says 2015, but I'm pretty sure it's going to start. Well, I thought we were going to see a little bit of it in January. We know we're going to see Agent Carter in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so this will be
a
season replacement. Yeah,
we saw her on the season premiere.
Well, okay. I thought Howard Stark is. Wait, what's the timeline? Because isn't Howard Stark
this all
dead?
takes place in World War II.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, well, how was she on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. then?
Because she's old.
Oh,
flashback.
I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And actually, by the time in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. timeline, she passed away.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert.
Exactly.
Who haven't seen Winter Soldier?
You see her in a flashback in the season 2 premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, so she'll come back and do flashbacky business. That's good.
Yep.
Well, that's exciting. Is it the same actor guy? Do we know? Same guy that played?
It's the same actor that was in Winter Soldier.
Okay,
but
so
not the same guy who was in.
No,
not the same guy who was in. What is it?
Mad
Iron
Men,
Man
3?
Right.
Roger Sterling. I can't think of the actor's name. John Slattery.
Well, hold on now, because Dominic Cooper was in the first Captain America.
Yes.
The
first Avenger, which we just said.
Right.
But
he is
Slattery
not
was
in.
Iron
Okay,
Man.
got it. All right.
Slattery is the older guy who plays Roger Sterling on Mad Men.
Right. Which Iron Man though was it?
Iron Man 2, I think. The one, or with the 3, the one where he's watching the old films.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to say he was in another one too. Like
that was 2 because he was drunk a lot.
Yeah.
Right, where he's sitting around in his suit drunk. I didn't like 2. Wasn't that great? Actually 3 wasn't that great. Look, they're fun movies and all. They're fine. They're just not that great. They're okay in retrospect, though.
They're great. They're fun.
They're not as good as 1. 1 was good.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, 2, 3, whatever.
This thing that I loved 2 years ago isn't as good now.
The sequels have never really sat with me as well. But whatever. I like Dominic Cooper a lot, and
you had Mickey Rourke with whips for hands, whipping things and chopping cars in half.
They had the cool,
whips.
the suitcase suit was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, you had Sam Rockwell for Pete's sake.
Yeah, but then Don Cheadle came out of nowhere, and he's short and didn't look anything like the other guy. And I don't know, it just didn't do it for me.
All right.
Honestly, I kind of don't remember much about that movie because it was nerdtacular, and I don't remember anything really. Let's talk about the Batman Burger Meal. What is this?
God.
What is
when
this?
You said you were ill last week, Scott, I thought maybe you had downed one of these.
No.
This is a Japanese Burger King. Hong Kong. Sorry, don't want to get people angry.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Burger King is rolling out a series of Justice League meals, and the first one up is the Batman Diner Double Beef Burger. So it's got 2 beef patties.
Yeah.
Looks like an Egg McMuffin egg.
Yeah, a big old round egg thing in the top. Yep.
Yeah. And then cheese, and then multiple types of sauce and other white things on top. Which I don't know if those are potatoes or onions or
they look
what
like
those are supposed to be.
Yeah, they look like onions that really coarsely
So I don't know if
chopped
this is
onions.
like barbecue sauce or what's going on with it.
I'd like to know what the hell squeezy cheesy fries are.
Squeezy cheesy.
You know, there used to be a thing at...
Are those made from potatoes from Florida Woman?
Yeah. Wow. Well, hold on now. Like, sparkling green apple tea. Does it come with the apple? Probably
doesn't
not.
come with the apple.
Okay.
It doesn't come with the apple for sure.
Right,
We know
that's
that.
misleading.
But it does have these things called squeezy cheesy fries.
That looks like it's got bacon bits on it or something.
Yes, it does.
I'm kind of liking it. Oh, you put my fat Batman in here. I didn't notice that until just
That's
now.
what's going to happen if you eat one of these things. I don't understand why Batman would say, "I'm going to put my mark of approval on here for this double beef patty,"
with
because it looks horrifying.
Yeah,
it looks horrifying.
The black burger they had in Japan a couple of weeks ago. That seems more Batman-y to me than this does.
The way they did that, it was all with ink, squid ink. Is what they used to dye it. So it didn't have any flavor. It didn't add any flavor to it, but it did dye the entire meal black.
It did add some repulsion to it. Like, I don't want to go near that damn thing.
I don't know. I saw some people online eating them. Some people from America who had flown over to do some convention and decided to try it out, and they didn't think it was horrible. So.
Well, squid ink, though, dude. Squid ink, that's basically their poop.
It's food coloring.
Yeah, but it's what they do when they get nervous. It's like
you eat one of these diner double beef Batman burgers and see what comes out of your butt.
If you if you jump up in front of a squid and go boo, it goes and all its ink comes out. It's gross. Right. It's not a thing to eat. Anyway, there's that. Also, the Thrilling Adventure Hour, getting more comics from Image. What? Tell me, for those not in the know. Are you guys
familiar with the Thrilling Adventure Hour?
I'm not. What is this?
Oh man, it is a great podcast. Well, actually, it was a stage show that they now release as a podcast, but it's old timey radio. Set kind of in modern day. It's a modern day take on old timey radio. So each week they have different stories that happen during the show. Two of their more popular ones: Sparks, Nevada, Marshall on Mars, and the Beyond Belief, which is the what's their names? Frank and Sadie Doyle. They're detectives. They solve mysteries, but they're constantly drunk. Both of those are getting the comic book treatment from Image Comics. Later this year in 2015, all written by Acker and Blacker, Ben Acker and Ben Blacker, the guys who write the Thrilling Adventure Hour. So this is really cool.
Their names are awesome. Ben Acker and Ben Blacker.
Yep.
Acker and Blacker.
That's
freaking amazing. That's
if
like
you
a
haven't
match made
checked
in
out
heaven.
that podcast, I know you're busy. I'm busy, but it's a really fun take on old timey radio, and it's done before a live audience, and really, really cool. And they did a Sparks Nevada series, a short series for Monkey Brain Productions earlier this year, and now it looks like they're going to get some ongoing treatments from Image Comics.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
That's a place you would be happy to plant your pole if you're going to go get some comic work done.
Yep.
Image is kind of killing it right now, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to indies.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? This is just something I want to ask you as a side note here.
Okay.
Image kind of established itself in the 90s as the big-chested, freak-out, stupid, a little bit of a stupid take on comics. It wasn't like there wasn't a lot of seriousness going on. They broke out on their own, and they did it mainly based on the weight that McFarlane brought with him and Jim Lee and those guys, but
and Rob
Liefeld, right? But it was really just kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It was like a lot of really flashy outside and very little nutritional in middle.
It was definitely.
But to see that company go from that to becoming the platform for some of the most important indie hits of the last 10 years.
Well, and that's the really cool thing, is because everything is creator owned. So Image Comics is only going to print something if they think that there is enough of a return to where they can make some money. So a lot of people and a lot of big names are over there writing for Image right now and getting their own stuff out there. And of course, with hits like Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead and his Invincible series,
Saga and others.
Saga, they just keep cranking them out, and it's a good publisher if you're looking for something that sometimes is capes and tights, but mostly is just different stuff.
Yeah, it's impressive to me.
They're a large enough company. They're mainstream enough to where it's easily recognizable. It's not like, and nothing against Monkey Brain Comics, because I know the guys that run the company, but it's relatively small. And if you said, hey, here's a company from Monkey Brain Comics, you'd be like, I've never heard of that publisher before. Or Red 5 Comics, people would say, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say, hey, here's something coming out from Image Comics, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I know Image Comics, or at least I know that name, recognize that name. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's just it's a business model that nobody else did as well, or is doing as well, or maybe some of them are now. IDW and others are kind of making inroads, but isn't that great that they turned themselves into this kind of plastic candy, flash in the pan thing to this,
Yeah, there's some good perspective if you want to go back to an early episode of Comic Dorks, or probably episodes 1 or 2. Scott Kurtz kind of goes into depth about his experience when Image was 10 years ago, Image Comics. But you see a lot of that still carrying through today.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's just kind of rad that that's happening. All right. Well, there you go. Steven Schleicher, always fun to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Is it, oh,
Before we
go
let
ahead.
him go,
Yeah.
could this was one of the things that he had on his list last week. I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things I was excited to talk to you about last week was your experience with Disney Infinity. How are you liking that?
My son really, really loves it a lot. And of course, the youngest, the 3-year-old, loves to play with the figures. We sat down and played it again this weekend. And you know what? For the most part, it's some cool adventures. I think there's a really great storyline that Brian Michael Bendis has cooked up, especially in the Avengers set with the Frost Giants and everything. I just have some tough times with the perspective and getting to know where all the villains are, because you've got to use a separate, you got to use your right thumbstick or whatever to spin around and see which you're going. And that's the only part I don't like. But the mechanics, the playability, the graphics, everything is really, really cool, and I like it a lot.
Completely agree. Yeah, camera control is the biggest complaint I have too. So
yeah, I wish there was a way to just kind of lock it behind you or something, so that whichever direction you turn and face, that's the direction the camera points at.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That's my only biggest complaint right now. But
right.
Well,
yeah, the graphics are fantastic. And
I thought about picking it up. I don't know yet.
I can't drive the motorcycle. For some reason, I just can't drive the motorcycle.
No, it's like either crawling along at the slowest pace or I'm running into every single car. And then I just give up. I say, you know what? I'm just going to hit everything on the way to Nick Fury to get my next mission. Bam, bam, bam.
Wow. Well, that's great, though, that you guys are enjoying it.
The figures are awesome, Scott. If you're, I know sometimes people have space limitations and whatnot, but these figures are magnificently sculpted.
Yeah.
And I've posted some pictures on Instagram over the last couple of weeks. I've got all the figures. I just haven't opened them up yet and given them to my oldest son yet. He has to earn those.
Yeah.
But they just are fantastic.
Yeah.
And even if you don't play the game, just picking those up and having them sit on your shelf make for some neat decoration.
Totally.
Well, I'm a big fan of all things Marvel, so why the hell not? That's great. You know what? It'd be nice if, obviously they can't do this because Disney's not going to do this, but it'd be nice if the DC stuff would get this kind of treatment.
Yeah. The closest thing you're going to get is the upcoming Batman Lego 3. What is it called? Beyond Space and Time. I forget what it is.
Yeah, me too.
But it's the Lego treatment, and Lego does an excellent job with both their DC and Marvel properties. So if you're wanting to see something close to that, that's the game to go pick up.
Well, there you have it. Major Spoilers on Twitter, majorspoilers.com. The costume contest. When does voting ending?
No, well, the voting hasn't started yet, but you have to get your entries in by the 10th, which is only a few days away. End of the week.
Yeah, get on
Thursday.
that, people.
Yeah.
We're done this week, so we will not even be able to talk to you again until the next time we do this, and by then all entries will have been culled.
All entries will be in.
And how are you feeling about it? Looking good? Looking strong?
I mean, there's some really great entries I think we could probably do with some more. So if people want to win an iPad mini, then they need to get entered this week.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, everybody.
Someone's going to win, and it's going to be a good costume. That's all I can say.
Might as well be you.
It could be
Might
you.
as well be you.
That's right. Steven Schleicher, take it easy. Stay out of trouble. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye now.
See you.
Oh, Steven. He's so easy to get along with and hang out with.
Oh, such a nice guy.
He's the greatest.
So smart about those comic books too.
I agree. Okay, we're gonna. Whoops. Crap. It's not like I just started using Skype today. It's
right, exactly.
You'd
New to this?
You'd think I'd have this worked out by now, but no. Things are a little bit slow on my end. What are you gonna do? We're gonna call V. We're gonna get a little video game time in. Check this out. We're gonna play this today just for fun. Here you go.
Aren't you a little old for video games?
Oh, there's the theme. It must be Veronica Belmont on the line. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's good to have you back. It's V for Video Games, everybody. It's where Veronica Belmont comes on Mondays, talks about some big breaking news in the world of video games. Today's a little nostalgic in some ways, I guess.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's weird because now we're going to talk about a thing that's 18 years old this week.
It is old enough to vote this week.
It is old enough to vote. It's not quite old enough to drink, but it surely will in a couple of years. But I got to thinking about what that was 18 years ago. And for me, I was 20, let me think here, 26. And you would have been like 16 years old, Veronica Belmont.
Oh, okay. So wait, what year was that?
That was 1996, right?
1996. No, so I was only 96. I was like 12.
Oh my gosh. I did the math
No, 14.
wrong.
14. I was born in 82.
Oh, okay. You were
Yeah.
just about to hit your rebel phase where you started tattooing everything. And
Dude, it is too early for me to do math, like on air, like before coffee. So don't harsh on me too much, audience.
I should have warned
math
you.
Is hard.
I should have warned
I was
you.
not expecting a test.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but it is a Nintendo 64's birthday. Happy birthday. 2 days ago, really.
Yay! Yeah, technically 2 days ago. But man, that just seems like yesterday to me. But 18 years ago, this weird ass looking console with a crazy controller that kind of changed controllers forever. Hit the market. Do you have any fond memories as a quote unquote teenager of the time with the N64?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the N64 was like one of my favorite consoles of all time, mostly because of Donkey Kong 64. For me, that was a hugely revolutionary title for my young brain to handle.
Sure.
I was like, the graphics are amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I just played that game for hours upon hours upon hours, and
Yeah.
then probably basically all of the games with 64 on the end of them were very good.
Right, exactly. Mario 64, Pilot Wing 64.
Yeah, even Ocarina of Time was originally titled Zelda 64, I think.
Was it? That makes sense. Ocarina of Time is still probably my favorite Zelda game. I'm just going to put that out there.
It's in my top. It's maybe my top 4 games of all time still, and I still, people always want me to narrow down my favorite game ever, and I'm always really, really close to just saying out loud that Mario 64 still holds that place for me. And
Mario 64 is great.
It just changed everything, though. I don't know if you remember, but it was like
so much replayability, right? Because once you completed the levels, you'd still want to go back and find all the hidden stuff, and
it was very kind of weirdly Grand Theft Auto in a way, like open worldy those games had never really seen before. I mean, I realize obviously tonally it's nothing like Grand Theft Auto, but like structurally,
that'd be the first comparison ever.
Well, okay, here's a better comparison, a modern day comparison like Assassin's Creed or Shadow of Mordor or something like that, where it's this big open world and you can do multiple things aside from the core thing you're doing, and that was unheard of then. But not only that, it was so groundbreaking in terms of here's what worlds can look like in 3D and how they can control, and this is all very possible. And games have never been the same since. I don't know if it gets that kind of credit. Well, maybe it does.
I really remember it being kind of vaguely trippy, almost. I remember it being a little like kind of out there. Am I remembering the game properly? It's been so long since I played it, but I was like, whoa, giant floating Mario heads and all sorts of weird crap.
Right.
Yeah.
Bombs on chains and
yeah.
Totally.
And plus there was always, I mean, Mario's always kind of had this for me, but there in that game in particular, there was a feeling of this is a happy, joyful kids place that's just kind of slightly twisted and weird and psycho. And now I kind of look at all Mario content this way. It's all just a little bit off the hook. Like you're far too happy Italian plumber than you should be in the scenario you're in. Or
well, to me, it's kind of like all good kids content kind of has that vibe to it. I feel like anything that kids can watch and really enjoy, but parents can watch and be like, oh, this is a little weird, and I kind of dig it. Like, I think that's the marker of a big success for me. I'm thinking like Adventure Time and Bob's Burgers. So kids probably shouldn't watch Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, maybe not. Although,
maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Give them I'd say about 10 or older, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
but anything younger than that, it's too weird. You would probably hate, and this is just a side note, but I always think of you and your horror movies and how much you don't like them.
I still haven't watched that link you sent me. I never clicked on it.
Good. That was just a trailer, so I'd ignore that if I were you. But
this thing I sent you, ignore it.
Yeah, ignore that thing. That was more of a joke. But I really liked Box Trolls I saw this weekend, and a couple of times during it I went, ooh, Veronica would not like this part. Ooh, she would not like this part. There's something in that thing that it's a kids movie, but it goes to your point of all good kids stuff have kind of a weird edge to it, and this one definitely weird. Like you can. I don't know quite how to explain it, but you should see that on DVD or something. You don't have to rush out to the theater or whatever, but just some point see that and then report back as to whether or not that clashed with your sensibilities or not. I just have a theory.
To have a personal experiment and see if I'm able to handle watching this potentially horrifying film.
I don't know why this is, but I have this weird temptation to have you experiment with things that are scary because I know you hate them. I don't know why I feel. That seems weird and creepy. I don't hope it isn't weird and creepy. But
so my husband does the same thing. He'll be like, "Listen, you can handle this. Just watch this thing. I think you'll really enjoy it." And then I'll watch it, and sometimes I'll be okay, and sometimes I won't, and I'll just leave the room and be like, "No, I'm over it." But I've kind of gone the way of, all right, if it's PG-13 and under, suck it up, Belmont.
Yeah.
Like, just deal with it. Like, you'll be fine. It's for kids.
Sure.
Right. If kids can handle this, surely you can as well.
Exactly. But if it goes
Right.
R and above, I'm like, okay, there could be some stuff in here that's kind of disturbing to me. I'm going to just let it slide until maybe someone tells me it's okay for me to watch.
It's a weird thing that I do with my daughter where I know that she gets super emotional in something like Up or, get movies that are that are designed to sort of pull at your heartstrings a little bit. And so I find myself, I don't know if it's mean or what it is, but I'm like trying to pick titles or things where I know she's going to get upset. I know. It's really weird. It's because I like this side of her. I like to see kind of raw, true emotion, I guess, or something. And I feel like, I've told her, and it drives her crazy. She'll punch me in the arm. Like I made her watch Derek with me after I'd seen it. And Derek, it's that Ricky Gervais thing on Netflix. It's
right. Okay.
super well done, but very, there are some real heart-tuggy things in it.
Yeah, very.
So she goes, Dad, is this going to make me
powerful.
cry? I said, oh, no, it's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's just funny.
Worst that can happen.
So we sit her down, we watch the whole thing, and when it's done, she's in tears, and then comes over and punches me in the arm so hard it took 3 days for that to stop hurting. So I don't know why. It's not like a teasy, mean-spirited thing. I just like to see where somebody's...
She's only going to get stronger as she gets older.
I know,
just want you to know that. It's only going to hurt you more.
She can take me now if she wants. She's rough. But anyway, you do know, I for whatever reason, it's been this weird thing where I like to see Veronica get freaked out by a movie, and you should see Box Trolls just to see what you think. Just
so
let me know.
Real fast, I bought Shadow of Mordor.
Oh, good.
Am I going to like it? I haven't played it yet.
All right, so let me ask you the qualifier question. Did you like or do you like Assassin's Creed at all?
Yes, it's like my favorite series of
all
all
right,
time.
if you like Assassin's Creed, and do you also like the Batman Arkham games?
I only played the first one.
All right, but did you enjoy your time in there?
Yeah, it was cool. It was not. I'm the one lone person that did not really get into the Batman series. So
well, but you like. I mean, it felt good.
Yeah,
I guess I should ask you more importantly. What did you think of the fighting system, like the actual hand-to-hand combat?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, if you liked that, and you like Assassin's Creed in all the other ways, and then take those two systems and combine them in a really good way, a really polished, nice way, and then add on top of it this weird Nemesis system that I can't explain, but once you get your head around it, you'll wish this was in every game ever made. In fact, it's made me nervous about the new Assassin's Creed coming out next spring because I don't know if I want an open world game that doesn't feature this system. It is so fantastic. So I'm really anxious to get your feedback on it. It's real visceral, super violent, kind of like a hardcore, like take Assassin's Creed and just take it to a dark place kind of. But that system is unbelievable. Like the most breath of fresh air I've seen in gaming in probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years.
All right, well, I'll play it this week, and then next week we'll talk about it.
Yeah, let's do a little review together. I think it'd be good.
Sounds good.
It's Veronica Belmont, everybody. You can find her on Twitter at Veronica because she was smart to get her first name back when none of us thought this was going to be anything. Good job on that. Anything else happening you'd like people to be aware of?
We started a Patreon for Sword and Laser. So if you guys like Sword and Laser, the show that Tom Merritt and I do together every week, you can head over to patreon.com/sword and laser. We're doing some fun stuff for our patrons.
Yes, that's awesome. And if you're not subscribed to that feed and you're thinking, well, I really like Frog Pants shows and I just like to get it all in one place, well, guess what? All their episodes are also on the mega feed. So if you'd like to listen to more Sword and Laser and have it tucked right there next to Coverville, the morning stream, and everything else we're doing, then you can get it there as well. Do support them, though, because it's awesome stuff. And they have a store and all kinds of stuff. swordandlaser.com.
Yay.
I think that's it. Veronica, have a fantastic day.
You guys, too. Have a great week.
May nothing scare you in Mordor or Shadows of Mordor.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye. See ya. Oh, I cut her off.
Watch out for that thing that jumps out at you during the first cutscene. Oh,
damn it.
She's gone.
There are moments in there. And is it bad? Because, look, it's no like mystery that Veronica and I have enjoyed for years now, 6, 7 years, a kind of brother-sister kind of thing where I like to tease and she likes to tease, and it's just kind of a thing we do. And I don't think much of it, but I really do like want to force on her like moments of scariness that she can't avoid.
That's what brothers and sisters do, right?
Yeah,
it's like
I guess so.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Oh, here, open this box. Oh, there's a spider inside.
Yeah. So anyway, now you guys all know her weakness, and you can send her scary video clips.
The hell out of it.
In fact, you have my permission to send her weird video clips that are scary. Not too weird, not It's gross, not like disgusting.
I like the fact that you well, not too weird. Scary, yeah, up the wazoo, but not too weird.
Yeah, be scary, but not weird. I don't want her getting freaked out by some of you guys.
Sure.
All right. Here we go. What are we doing now? Let's do emails, and they're brought to you by
Too Many Corn Nuts.
Kim bought a Nature Box thing this month, and it came with these corn nuts that are kind of sugared corn nuts, and they were amazing, and I ate the whole bag. Don't do that. Don't do that.
See, the problem isn't the corn nuts.
No, it's me. It's my fault.
It's the overconsumption. I must finish this entire bag.
Yeah, I couldn't stop, and it's a real problem for me. You know what I've got to learn? I need to learn this. When I was a kid, I was a skinny kid that could eat anything he wanted, anytime he wanted, and it never were there any consequences. There was no weight gain. There was no stomach pain. There was no issues. There was nothing. Now, I can't do that anymore, but my habits remain. So occasionally, something will come across my desk, like awesome corn nuts, and I'll eat them all, like a jackass.
Sure.
I got to quit doing that.
You must stop.
I'm trying. Dear Sally and Bobby, wrote Susanna from Vermont. All right. That's weird.
Nice. Now I get the reference. Like, as soon as I... Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, and now because of the content here will make sense.
Right.
There is one likable character on Mad Men. She says that it's Anna Draper, Don's awesome first wife. She served as Don's Yoda. Don Yoda's a great name. Don's Yoda until she died, spoiler alert, and took all his remaining humanity with her. By the way, in the future, spoiler alert should be before the spoiler, not after.
Right, exactly. By the way, that was a spoiler.
Yeah, that thing I just said, total spoiler. And she took all his remaining humanity with her. Moa Tojo, Susanna. Yeah, you're right.
Santa Barbara or somewhere, lived out in California and was the person who knew his big secret.
Yeah. And she was sweet.
She was sweet.
Yeah, so I'm totally in agreement with you. Here's the thing, though. Like in The Sopranos, I'm not having that I don't like anybody problem. I'm deep into season 2, probably episode 9 of season 2.
Oh, wow.
Even the worst people in there. I mean, that's the whole point of the show. So I understand. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, and I now understand more than ever why Vince Gilligan said how important that show was to him being able to make Breaking Bad. It's not just that, HBO, blazed the trail for interesting shows to be on cable television. It was that, no, you can do more than just have a two-dimensional, single-minded, tough guy, Italian mobster guy. You can do a lot more in that space with him as a father, as a husband, as a guy who's wrestling with his own past. Like, you can get real deep into that stuff. And really, is that not the DNA of Breaking Bad? I really like it. But there's so many people in there that you just should hate, but you don't.
No.
Like even Christopher, who drives me up a freaking wall. I want him to, do well.
And how much are you, hoping to try and get your hair to look like Polly Walnuts?
My goal is by the time I'm 65, if I don't look like Polly, I've done it all wrong. Mm-hmm. I give up at that point because
you don't want to look like E Street Band guy.
I knew you mean
little Steven Van Zandt. I can't remember his character name.
I don't want to be him.
Yeah,
I don't like his clothes. I don't like him. I like BP. For lack of not wanting to say the other word out loud here on the show, even though earlier we said other stuff that's just as bad.
Yes.
But anyway, that's how I don't want to look like him. I don't want to look like him one day.
No, you don't. Nobody wants to look like him.
No, nobody does. But whatever. Everybody's just there's so many likable traits. And every once in a while, like there's these horrible men who've done horrible things, but then you're like, oh, this one little side of him's okay. He's kind of sweet when it comes to this thing. Mm-hmm. I guess I don't like his mother at all. I would like her to die, and I guess she does soon. But she's an awful woman.
She is horrible.
Next up, we got an email from Walter, who says this: Whoa, whoa, whoa! Spencer for Hire was really dumb? ? Hawk was some kind of pimp ? Triple. Says, sir, first, Spencer for Hire was not stupid. Secondly, I didn't say it was stupid, I said it was dumb. Secondly, that's an important distinction. Mm-hmm. Secondly, Hawk was not a pimp. Why does he have to be the pimp? Because he's black, huh? Is that why, Scott? He says. No, I just remember him being a pimp. Spencer for Hire was a real cool detective series in 1980 or in the 1980s. Robert Urich played Spencer, and he was great. The show was filmed on location in Boston, had a real personality, and set it apart from more generic detective shows at the time. Avery Brooks played Hawk, who was also a bad A mercenary who was a friend of Spencer's. It actually was a really good show as well, meaning the man called Hawk. Only recently, okay, I'm going to sneeze now. Hold on. I'm allergic to something.
Maybe lavender.
Let's see. Only recently the first season came out on DVD, and I've been able to revisit it and confirm that it holds up really well. Thanks for the amazing shows, Walter. Okay, I will give it all another shot, and I take it all back. I don't remember liking it, but maybe it was great, and I didn't have the eyes for it.
It'd be great if I'm looking to see if any of it's streaming, because it would be a fun one to, if we ever break out of the Star Trek TV show commentaries.
Yeah.
It would be fun to do some like 70s. Nothing that would compete with autopilot, so we'd never do like the first episode of something.
Sure.
But
that.
jump in the middle of Spencer for Hire and just pick a random episode and watch that.
I'd be down with that. I'd love to do that with some things you've never seen, like Texas Walker,
we did that
Texas
with Dukes,
Ranger.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, we did that with Dukes, and
yep.
we could do that with so much more.
I like that you call it Dukes now.
Dukes.
You and Dukes of Hazzard are pals. I'm calling it Dukes.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, you and Dukes.
My friends call me Dukes.
All right, I'll make you a deal.
What kind of a deal?
The deal is that in the future we'll do that. That's the deal. All
okay.
right.
All right.
Dear, yes, I'm British, so please feel to employ hilarious pish boss accent. Scone, and bun. All right. Why does I can't do the voice. Why does Scott insist on using the phrase the early aughts when referring to a date between the year 2000 and 2010? Does he mean knots as in the early knots? Is this an Americanism or simply a Scottism? Am I missing something? Mind set on yo, Stacy. He's male. That was a bad accent. Oh, and I'm all sneezed up here. I say aughts because that's what everyone says here. So when people say 30-06 or 20-06, that's 2006. So it's like 20, another 0, and then the number. I don't know why we do it, though.
I don't either. There's a shotgun shells are like aught 4 or something like that. Aren't there like
Well, the 30, like a 30-06 shell, for example.
Yeah, that's where that comes from, a 30-06.
But it's shortened from 0.30-06. Which was, and so most people say 30-06 or 30-06 when really it's 30-06. I'm trying to see the history of the name though. European something. Oh, many European. It might be a European thing. That's what's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so maybe coming from where you are, dude, and maybe we just held on to it.
And it's AUGHT according to the Wiktionary. Let's see if I can find something more. 0. So I mean,
Aught.
this is
that's how you say it.
Aught. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's the
thank
guy.
you for that.
Aught.
Yeah.
Middle English from Old English aught. First known use was before 12th century. For dates, the year is automatically listed as a pair of aughts, so the user has to scroll down to the correct figure. First known use 1872. Trying to find the. It's.
Listen to this.
It probably did derive from not.
What does that sound like anything to you?
Say that again.
Beepeth.
Beepus?
Beepeth.
Wait.
Beepeth. Beepeth.
Oh, that's one of those fake pronunciation things where it's like
hacking
like
YouTube. That's great.
Right. Oh, I love those.
That's great. All right.
It looks just like the other ones with that white background.
That's super annoying. How come Google only does this for certain words, like the official ones? Like I put in the word horse. Shouldn't I get a pronunciation for the word horse? I guess not. Do I have to put pronounce horse?
Yeah, you have to put the word pronounce, yeah.
Pronounce horse. Whoops. Oh, pronounce Hyundai. How about that? Okay. I'll read the fake one. We're going to do the fake one. Okay, ready?
I love the fake ones, yes.
Oh, no, that's right.
Hyundai.
That's a real one.
Hyundai.
What, they get some high school kid to do it?
Yes.
All right, screw this.
I've got 18 million views on YouTube.
But anyway, so your definition is correct, and it's it's just a thing people say. But I don't know that it's an Americanism. I think we got it somewhere else.
It looks like we did, yeah.
We got everything from somewhere else. So technically, we're all on the same boat here, buddy. Stacy, if you are a dude, I guess he's a dude. He says he's a dude. That's it for emails. If you want to send us an email, themorningstream@gmail.com is the email address to send them to. And a reminder that if you want to send in music links for Brian, you can send them to tiny.cc/TMS requests. That's tiny.cc.
Absolutely 100% correct.
Unlike Bitly addresses that require all caps or all lowercase. I cannot believe they are case sensitive. How dumb is that? Ugh. Anyway, you can do that. You can also catch our live show here every morning, Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Mountain Time Zone at frogpants.com/live. If you want to go to our website, frogpants.com/TMS is our website. You can find us on Twitter, Coverville for Brian, Scott Johnson for me, and Morning Stream for the show. Brian, I think that does it.
Sounds good. Here, I'm putting a link in your Skype right now on how to pronounce that phrase right there.
All right, I'm going to pull it up, see what we get here. We got...
Hottie Cooterati. Hottie Cooterati. Hottie Cooterati.
This guy's the best.
It's the haute couture.
And porno... Porn cat on man anal.
Why am I not subscribed to this?
I don't know.
I am now subscribed.
Yeah, that's the best thing ever.
Here's a good one. Pharaoh. Let's see what he says for Pharaoh.
Okay. Pear hair or a Oreo. Pear hair or a Oreo. Pear hair or a Oreo.
Amazing, dude. Amazing. That's incredible.
How about Kesha?
Oh no, what's Kesha? What'd they do? Oh crap, I got out. Damn it. There's a Kesha in there?
Yeah, scroll down on there on the main pronunciation.
All right, I'm going down.
Do you need me to send you a link?
I'm going down. Hold on. Kate Middleton, Asperger's. Let's hear Asperger's.
Oh, sorry. Here's a link for you guys in the chat room.
Aspergerosis. Aspergeroneurosis.
Oh, there's a Cumberbatch. Okay, listen to this one.
Bucket, crunder, dunder. Bucket, crunder, dunder.
That's amazing. That's amazing. The one that has 2 million, their most popular upload is penis, of course.
Of course.
All right, I can't find Gadalaha on here.
Oh, really? I'll put a link in Skype for you. Here you go. Right there.
Okay. Clicking it. Last one, folks.
Hey, so this one, there's a dollar sign. The rapper? Cat Corey?
These are
It's
great.
almost Daryl. It's almost Daryl there for a second.
What a brilliant idea. I hate when funny YouTube things happen that I didn't think of. I hate that.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Let's play some music. Do you got something?
Sure. How about this one going out to Kevin, a.k.a. Crazy in the Tadpole.
All right.
Says, Dear Bopping Brian and Scribbling Scott, October 6th marks the 20th anniversary of the nuptials between my gorgeous sweet wife and I. She is my love and my life, and I'd like to request our song, I Love the Way You Love Me, originally by John Michael Montgomery. The original song is great. Or I found a nice cover